What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite truck driver, ex-truck driver in the whole wide world. It's Bitcoin Ben, here to invite you to our weekly Friday owners call. Now, what the owners call is it's a call that I and some of my associates actually do with our current and our prospective owners of our clubs, where we give you the information, answer the questions that you have on what's going on with your club you own right now, or what are the investment opportunities of owning a piece of the club. If you're interested in owning a share or a piece of our clubs, our resorts, our bank, our future airline we're launching, our decentralized private jet company, get on board, guys. Everyone's moving in to the decentralized economy. Join now, and at least join the owner's call. It's easy peasy. You get all the information you need. You can ask all the questions you want, and it's very simple. Give us a call or send us a text right now at 941-391-3882. It's right here. 941-391-3882. Love you guys, and I will see you guys later. Give us a call. Bye-bye.
Hi. I have no idea what he's doing right now.
I have no idea what the hell is going on with the friggin' software. It shut me off or something.
Oh, so it's AI. You got AI is directing this mess, huh?
It's a government. It's a government done got me. What's going on, Patrick? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
Oh, brother. Couldn't be doing any plucking better. It's Friday, and I'm here in St. Louis along with you. Well, no, let's not say St. Louis. Let's say outer St. Louis. Near St. Louis.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I went to the Cardinals game yesterday with the people at 97.1.
Right.
St. Louis ain't what it used to be. Now, mind you, I drove down Kings Highway.
Yes. You drove down Kings Highway and? Oh, we lost him. It's the software. It's got a mind of its own. Yeah. I hope you folks are doing well. He's back.
There's a ghost in the machine. I have no idea what the hell's going on, and is it screwing up on your side?
No, it's just you.
But we're on the same Wi-Fi.
We are. And he's gone. Yeah. That's right, Tom. Well, I just got back from a little bit more than a week off. I was down in Scottsdale. Beautiful weather. Loved it. Got out just in time.
Now this is bullshit. It's the government done messing with me.
Messing with us all.
Well, let's actually jump right in here. You and I were just kind of actually talking about what happened with the IMF.
Yeah. super interesting.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, Legitsky just put the Bitcoin in the same category as a recommended asset like gold. They put it in the same category as gold. Now, Patrick, what does that tell you when the IMF, International Monetary Fund, which the only assets they have in this section, I think, is actually gold and oil. I think that's it.
Right. That was an oh shit moment for them. That was an oh shit moment for them. We have terribly miscalculated what this is going to turn into. Yeah. When the market capitalization for this particular asset's over $2 trillion, yeah, it's time to recognize it.
Yeah, and it's word from Washington. Now, I heard this from a guy in Washington who deals with legislators and advises some of Trump's crypto people that the U.S. is going to start accumulating Bitcoin in July 1. All right. Or what's crazy is they may announce it on July 4th. And our crypto czar, that one guy, I can't remember his name, he said July is going to be an amazing month. Now, if you know, and what is this guy's name? Sachs. This guy's not a hype guy. This guy isn't like a shiller. You know, he isn't like, Bitcoin's the best thing ever. It's gonna be, we're all gonna die if we don't, freaking adopt it. And he just basically said July is going to be a very exciting month. And at the end of the sentence, he basically kind of gave you that. And I think the IMF actually got word that this is like full go. And that's why they changed it yesterday. Why would the IMF? Now, mind you, they never added anything to this list from the beginning. All right, they added oil in the early 70s, I think, something like that. Initially, it was just gold. They recommended all of their banks hold reserves in gold. Now, they added oil whenever we actually did our deal for the petrodollar and all that shit. And now they just added Bitcoin, which that's the list that the IMF gives to the World Bank, because here's the World Bank, here's the IMF. The IMF is what sets the policy for the World Bank. And the World Bank is just like an actual bank for all of the world banks. That's it. And so now they're basically telling, and that's why, God, where was it? It was over in, was it Japan or somewhere?
Did we lose you again? We did. Well, I can't finish that sentence. You just want to come out here and sit next to me and you can talk? The ghost has struck again. Anyway, in other news, I haven't been paying attention. I've been on vacation. I'm not plugged in. I don't have a clue. Other than I've watched cryptos, because that's all I'm really concerned about. Let me see what I got here. Other than, yeah. We can talk about what's going on between Iran, Israel, and the United States, and the mainstream media who refuses to report accurately what's taken place. Iran sent a bunch of missiles into Qatar pointed at the military base that hosts 10,000 U.S. troops. But before they did that, they sent a message saying, oh, by the way, we're getting ready to send missiles in your direction. Gave them a heads up so they were able to protect themselves. And they did. They took out every missile except for one that did no real damage. And the reason they did that, provided the U.S. with a heads up, was because they didn't want the retaliation to be catastrophic as the bunker busters were. But the mainstream media is not telling you that. They're not saying anything. And if they're not talking about that, they're talking about the ineffectiveness of the bunker busters, which has been proven to be inaccurate, as you would suspect. So what else are they reporting on that's inaccurate? Damn near everything. So, yeah, it's been an interesting run. It's going to, until the dust settles, literally and figuratively. It's going to be a tangled web that we have going on over in Iran and with Israel. And its effect, we've seen the effect of it on the markets. Not surprisingly, there was bouncing of crypto values over that period when the strike occurred and leading up to it as well. And it seems to have found its footing, and it's moving forward, and and it's going to be moving forward at a pretty steady rate now, particularly in light of what Ben was talking about, where the IMF has recognized cryptos as being, or Bitcoin as being an asset that needs to be held by world banks. Significant for all of us. So owning that 0.01 Bitcoin becomes a must-do for everybody, and your altcoins as well. What else do we have going on here? I'm looking at the headlines on in Cointelegraph just to see if we have anything interesting. The FHFA, which is a government agency, is saying that U.S. home mortgage regulators are considering Bitcoin as an investment vehicle and a means for qualifying people for home loans. So if you have Bitcoin, that's potentially going to enter into the equation of your assets held, which is a significant step forward in somebody else recognizing the value of cryptos. Worthwhile. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, somebody made the comment, Crypto Princess, there is no all-time high on Bitcoin. It just continues to grow. That is that's the truth. That's the truth. Let's see what else we got going here. Uh-oh. The Lazarus Group is tapping ChatGPT for its use in getting into people's assets.
And I'm back.
Oh my God! Like from the dead. Like from the dead.
Oh, I know. I literally had to reset my freaking computer, and it's the government.
Yeah. Hey, Chuck, why don't you take a chill pill? Huh, pal?
This live video is unbearable. Ben needs to get his shit. Well, thank you, Chuck. You know what rhymes with Chuck is fuck off. That's what rhymes with Chuck. Oh man. Hey, if you
he's right. It's tough going because I'm sitting here. I have nothing up my sleeve. I came in after being on vacation. I got nothing up my sleeve. So there was nothing to fill the air. He's right, but here's today's tip. Don't be a dick.
Well, plus, hey, deal with reality. All right. Everyone has technical problems sometimes. And if you don't like it, Chuck, you know what to do. You take your freedom finger and
keep scrolling.
Fucks off. Yep.
Keep scrolling.
And hey, Chuck, before you leave, could you like and subscribe to the channel? Could you give us an upvote? I'm just giving you shit, Chuck. I'm just giving you shit. No, it's completely, it's technical issues happen, and I don't blame you for your frustration. Plus, it's Friday.
Yeah.
It is literally fucking Friday.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, the IMF is literally realizing they're done. They're done. Right? Because isn't it ironic that the IMF announces this right after the area in Iran is basically, and the CIA ran operations in Iran are done. There's nowhere else for the global deep state to run. They've lost their weapons of intimidation. Ukraine, North Korea, we ain't heard a peep, not a peep out of Rocket Man.
Yeah.
He's
Rory.
yeah, I'm so sorry.
Rory.
Oh yeah, lonely. I'm so lonely. And now Iran's out. They're done. Who else are they going to threaten us with? What, like Vietnam again? Nah, we ain't buying that bullshit.
No, we're actually on pretty good terms with Vietnam.
Yeah, and it's so the IMF. And did you see the video that was released yesterday from O'Keefe with the Federal Reserve employee?
No.
Oh, this guy basically, he's on a date with a good-looking gal, and he's trying to brag his way and, usual guy tactics.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how big I am before I show you how big I am. And he's
but he's using funhouse mirrors. Absolutely.
Objects in mirror may be smaller than they appear.
Passenger mirror out.
And this guy's literally explaining how Powell hates Trump, is only a Republican in name only. And this guy writes some of the speeches for Powell. So this is a guy who actually talks with Powell. And he just laid it out. And he was like, he hates Trump. Trump hates him. And basically said that Chairman Powell, which is what I like to call
it. It is. His little green book.
Yeah, his little green book. That's great. and he hates Trump so much that remember right before the election, what did they do? They lowered the rate.
Yeah.
Right before the election to try and help Joe, I'm on life support, fucking Biden. Try and help. But as soon as Trump was elected, we're hawkish. Oh, we're hawkish as hell. We're just as hawkish as the inflation, the this and the that. And now that inflation, according to how the government calculates it, is flat and unemployment's rolling over. And now they're like, we can't lower the rates now. And really, it isn't about inflation, folks. It's about destroying the country because Trump's not worried about inflation. Listen to what he said yesterday. Trump is like, look, America has to roll over the debt. They have like $7 trillion they have to roll over, refinance this year. And those terms are set by the interest rate the Federal Reserve holds. And what the Federal Reserve is trying to do is get as much money out of the federal government as possible because Trump has wiped out so much of the funding for the global structure of NGOs. And that's why all of a sudden the Federal Reserve gives a fuck about climate change, gives a fuck about gender, what the fuck ever that is, and gives a shit about income inequality. It's because the extra interest that the federal government would be paying is going and being redirected through the Federal Reserve to everything that was cut off from USAID. They're just trying to shift the money and still make the government pay for it. That's what they're doing. This is a rope around because Trump cut the legs off of all of the universities' money and cut the legs off of U.S. aid, AID, and this is because aid, for those who don't know, is American International shit. Now I forgot. USAID. AID. USAID stands for American International. I fucking call it deception. That's what it is. That last fucking D should be deception. It's how they played all of the NGOs and the nonprofits. You know, it's absolutely bullshit. But what this shows them, yes, thank you. American International Development Aid. And when they say development, basically means, we're going to take over countries and shit. And that's what Trump chopped the legs off of USAID. And the Federal Reserve is trying to fund all of those using the Federal Reserve income as that other, because they're actually talking about, well, the Federal Reserve is going to start issuing grants to nonprofits. Doesn't that sound a little bit like USAID? Yeah.
I to be honest with you, they don't have the power to do that.
Oh no, they don't, but they're doing it.
Well, Loeffler, who is the SBA administrator, came out yesterday and said they have uncovered massive fraud.
What the hell you say?
The hell you say, sir? Within the USAID. I think it was to the tune of $800 million were going to a particular company. Oh, Lord, what was the name of that? Vistant was the name of it. They charged, indicted, and convicted a U.S. employee of taking bribes, having given this contract to these knuckleheads. And then, this one's going to have the roof blow off.
How dare you?
Yeah, I know.
The reputation of one of our just shining starred diplomats, or bureaucrats. I'm sorry, bureaucrats in the federal government. They work only on the ethical equivalent of Jesus.
There better not be a cloud over your head. That lightning's going to strike.
Yes. In fact, I heard Jesus as soon as I said that. He's like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah. He'll have nothing to do with this. Thank you.
Yeah. I saw a bumper sticker out in the middle of nowhere, Arizona. It said, "God's a Republican." I about died laughing. I was not, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, I don't think he is, but I'll take it.
Oh yeah.
I'll gladly take it. It's reached a point. Oh, and I have a huge announcement for our corporation at the end of this video. A shout out to Janet. I got you on my list, girl. All right. Now, I want to explain what's going on with the Treasury bonds and the Genius Bill. Had a great conversation with a friend of mine this morning on my morning drive. And the U.S. Treasury bonds, it's exactly like I thought it was going to happen. The U.S. Treasury bonds will actually be backed up with Bitcoin. So what they're going to offer is they're going to offer a treasury bond with a kicker, some percentage of actual Bitcoin. And what that means is all of these stable coin issuers are going to be legally required to hold these treasury bonds, right? But they're going to get the benefit. The reason they're not going to argue with actually buying these bonds is they get a percentage of the bond is purchasing Bitcoin. And they're talking about selling 30-year. Imagine that. Imagine you buy a $1,000 treasury bond, all right? And you get a 10%, $1,000 or $100 of that purchases Bitcoin. And you hold it, or it's a 30-year note. So that amount of actual Bitcoin is tied with that bond. Now, let's look into the future of the bond market, because it thank you, Patrick. What do you see? Is with a lot of these, because it isn't just new issuance. You have the new issuance auctions. Then you have existing bonds that sell all the time, right? You hold a 10-year bond, you can sell it to someone early. So they hold it till it cashes out, or they sell it in the future. That's how the bond market works, right? So think about this. You have $1,000 U.S. Treasury bond that has a 10-year or a 10% of that bond holds $100 worth of Bitcoin, and it's a 30-year bond. They're going to sell the shit out of those. And then imagine you have one now. Now, the U.S. Treasury is going to offer this at 0%, just like Sailor did. Sailor's first issuance offered a 0% rate of return. So Trump is replacing the Federal Reserve with a decentralized private sector and public sector, if they want to purchase these bonds, and leaving the Fed out. Because remember, it's always been the Federal Reserve purchases the treasury bonds. And then they set the interest rate on the treasury bond. And that's what America pays in interest. And the 10-year rate affects home loans, credit cards, all that shit. Well, what if, because this is what they're doing, because the Federal Reserve would then print money. And they would create, I swear, Patrick, out of nowhere. It's like magic. Now, these private companies like Tether, Circle, Coinbase, Ripple can launch their stable coin and use it legally because they hold these bonds in reserves. But the bonds are linked with Bitcoin. So the more they buy, the more the federal government holds. And the deal is half of the Bitcoin is the US government. And half of the Bitcoin goes to the holder of the bond. This is how the Treasury makes money and accumulates the Bitcoin. Because the actual purchaser of the bond is still getting $50 worth of Bitcoin on a $1,000 bond that's a 30-year note. How much is $50 worth of Bitcoin now going to be worth in 30 years? A lot more than $50. And that's how the U.S. accumulates more and more Bitcoin. That's one way. The other way is that America is going to offer a deal on tariffs. That if you pay a certain portion of your tariffs in actual Bitcoin, or if you want, you can pay 100%, but there will be a minimum percent of the tariffs that will be put into actual Bitcoin on the reserve. We are going full El Salvador, mother pluckers. That's why that one guy just announced you can use your crypto assets as proof on a home loan to actually get approved for the loan. And voila, folks, wow, the fucking law. All right. And then let's play this game out a little bit. All right. So then, how many home lenders do you think that are going to offer? Think about this, folks. It'd be fucking smart. 100% loan, but 20% has to be held in Bitcoin. That would be the loan collateral. I'm telling you, folks, this unlocks so much economic energy, creativity, leverage. It's the future is absolutely crazy because, all right, here's an example. We're opening up a bank, and in fact, we should be able to accept accounts within a week or two. at our bank in El Salvador. All right. You apply at our bank for, say, a car loan. All right. And we say, all right, we'll give you a loan, but you have to put $1,000 worth of Bitcoin down. And we hold that in an account against your loan. And then at the end of the loan, maybe we give you half of that Bitcoin back as a reward for paying your loan off. Folks, let this really sink in. What a growing, decentralized, liquid asset that's digital unlocks in the global economy. It's a win-win for every lender. Let's say you apply for a home loan, all right? Just like I said, and the bank offers you, hey, we'll give you a 100% loan. Or say a 110% loan. But that 10% over price, that's held in actual Bitcoin as an emergency fund. Would it really increase their risk anymore? No. Because they're not only going off of the value of the house, they're also going off of the value of the Bitcoin. So that extra 10% loan, the bank holds it until you pay off your loan. Well, think about that. What if the value of the Bitcoin reaches a point where the bank gives you the option to pay off the loan? These are all programs we're actually talking about launching in our bank in El Salvador. Folks, this unlocks so much capabilities. This is absolutely amazing. And if you're watching this show right now, folks, you're early. Yeah, we're at $108,000 or whatever the hell it is right now. That's nothing. That is nothing. Have you seen how quickly that the fucking Bitcoin are actually being pulled off the exchanges? Thousands every day are just being yanked off. 3, 4, and like 5,000 is gone to HODL wallets. And BlackRock is kicking in high gear. Over in Japan, I think it's USB. Is that a bank? USB or UBS or something like that?
UBS, yes.
Yes. Them and 6 other banks just announced they're basically going to actually do an issuance just like Michael Saylor, where you can buy shares of the bank and it's held in Bitcoin. Folks, politics be damned. Even the people on the other side are like, you know what? These motherfuckers are killing it. Michael Saylor's killing it. Why the hell are we not buying this shit? Well, because there's the enemy. Well, our enemy's getting rich, you dumb shits. How about we jump on that bus too?
How do we redistribute the wealth?
Yeah, well, hey, for all of you communists out there, you should love fucking Bitcoin, because every time that Michael Saylor buys a shit ton more Bitcoin, the value of someone who holds $1,000 worth of Bitcoin goes up. I thought that's what you liked. That if the wealthy guys are actually getting lifted up, what about the little guys? Well, here in Bitcoin, when the wealthy buy the fucking dip, it helps the little guy value go up. Every socialist, every communist, every not really a progressive, because they're all a bunch of evil dipshits who just want to kill off humanity. But everyone else should love this, because it's literally it's equality. Everyone's wanting equality. Equality. Well, this is equal, motherfucker. One Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. One sat is one sat. It's absolute equality. Everyone has access. Everyone can have a private wallet. It's the communists should be sucking their transgendered best friend's dick on how happy they should be on this. And I'm not anti-communist. I just hate all of them and think they should go to fucking hell. But that's just me. And this, have you listened to this guy up in New York, Patrick, who won the Democratic?
Oh yeah. He was a punk rocker at one point.
This guy has gone full retard. Full retard. He says he wants to, he doesn't want a New York City police department. That they should get rid of the police because that will help with crime.
Yeah, I have heard that.
Now, what else he wants is to empty out the prisons, because crime is a social construct. He's gone full retard.
Well, he's also for the intifada. He's also for the Muslim holy war.
I can't hear you, Patrick.
I'm on. I've done nothing. I'm still good.
How about now?
How about now? Okay.
Fuck my computer. I don't know. That's all right. All right. We need to actually wrap this up real quick, but I want to make a huge announcement for the Bitcoin Ben Corporation, or World Ventures. We have a new CMO, and I am proud to announce that Janet Gatewood is our new CMO. For those of you who know Janet, she is absolutely obsessed with creating marketing material and doing a damn good job at it. And she's helped us for years. I mean, literally like 3.5 years, as long as I've known them. She's always helped us with, hey, can I do this? Can I help you with this? And the woman went to college for it. And she has proven herself over and over again with tremendous marketing campaigns and tremendous swag and tremendous graphic design. And she has such an amazing way of looking at just the overall picture. And like I said, I cannot brag enough about Janet. Those of you who know her know the work she has done and how hard she has worked.
Yeah.
That's why it lit. When we reached the point when we got large enough where I'm like, okay, I can't handle marketing anymore. I need someone who knows the business and knows the culture of our company.
Excellent.
Janet was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I asked her, she accepted. We digitally shook hands. And when I see her next, we will physically shake hands. And I want everyone to welcome Janet to the team.
Well done. Well done.
Can everyone else hear Patrick accept me?
Yes.
I'll be damned. Ain't this a bitch? Hang on a
1-800
second.
Miracle Ear. 1-800 Miracle Ear.
That's crazy because hang on a second. This is nuts. It works in here. You hear that?
I do.
It works on everything except Patrick. They don't like you either, Patrick. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching the show. Oh, here's Janet now. Thank you so much, Ben and everyone. I am literally working on the Las Vegas site right now, looking forward to a fun, bright future. Thank you, Janet. And Todd, thank you for driving her around so she can work on her laptop.
Driving Miss Daisy.
Driving Miss Janet. Everyone, have a great day. We love you guys, and we'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.
Adios. Thanks for watching.
Hey, Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club members, are you ready to take your crypto game to the next level? Well, buckle up because we've got something huge for you. As a member of the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, you're already part of the future of finance. But what if you could stack even more Bitcoin without waiting? That's right. We're talking about exclusive loans designed just for you. Through the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, you can apply for a fast member-only loan. Use the cash to buy Bitcoin right now while the market's hot, and watch your stack grow as the revolution unfolds. It's simple. Call us, get approved, and turn that loan into Bitcoin. Pay it back on your terms while you HODL like a pro. Why wait for the moon when you can fuel the rocket yourself? This isn't just a loan, it's your ticket to owning more of the future. And because you're part of our tight-knit community, you get VIP access to rates and support outsiders can only dream of. So, what are you waiting for? Grab your phone and call or text 941-413-6920 to apply now and start stacking SATs today. The Bitcoin revolution waits for no one, especially not you. Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, where members don't just HODL, we build. See you on the blockchain.